can find wildlife everywhere if you look hard enough, even here on a very snowy February morning in the middle of London's Olympic Park. I've come down here to find out more about wildlife and how we can all be inspired by the work done here and carry on this story across the UK. You know, it's hard to believe this was once a derelict and decaying site, contaminated through centuries of industrial use. But today it's been transformed into Europe's largest urban park, with 45 hectares of wildlife-friendly habitat. Now, Kim, you're one of the environmental managers for the Olympic site. Tell me what it was like to start with then. A mess.
Well, it was sort of a huge sort of industrial waste ground, really. Lots of different buildings. There was fields. There was sort of lots of contamination. There was acres of invasive species. So basically, we've pretty much cleaned the whole site up and reintroduced new habitat. You've got the reed bed, obviously. The water courses that run throughout the parks are, you know, a habitat type themselves, which have been cleaned up. Hundreds and hundreds of trees throughout the park. We also have species-rich meadows. We have also living roofs. We have a living wall. So a whole sort of diverse, different, set of habitats throughout the park.
And the wildlife has moved into these habitats, has it?
That's right. So the wildlife has started to colonise. We've seen species such as reed warblers that have been breeding. We've had kingfishers coming through. We've had black redstarts nesting nearby on the media centre. We've had, it's been amazing to sort of see the types of species that are now starting to occupy the areas.
So Vita, how's it going?
Good. We found a nice setting of a kestrel, some mallards down by the reed beds. There's already lots on site here.
So lots of species to add to the list.
That's right.
Now I understand you're Director of Bristol Natural History Consortium and you're in charge of Meet the Species. Come on, you're going to have to explain what that's all about.
So Meet the Species is one of the London 2012 Cultural Olympiad projects. It's taking place right across the UK and it was really inspired by the environmental work that was done here on the Olympic Park.
You're after 2012 different species of animal and plant.
That's right. So in the lead up to the Olympic, we've set ourselves this challenge and we've created a species list of 2012 different species, and through lots of different wildlife events, we're hoping to create scientific records for each of those and to tick them all off the list by the time the Olympics finishes.
A lot of people might not realise there are 2,000 at least species in the UK.
That's right. There's thousands and thousands of species that are very different right across the UK. And we've chosen 2012 that scientists would really like a little bit more information. We really need to get some sightings and records, so as many wildlife events as we can get going this summer, the better.
You're after birds, bees, butterflies, mammals, plants, whatever?
Absolutely. The list includes species that are found in all parts of the UK, different times of the year, so we really need everyone to help us get involved if we're going to finish off the list. I'm
sure people hearing this are really keen to get involved, so what's the easiest way for them to be part of the project?
So the best thing to do is to come onto our website, meetthespecies.org.uk. You can get a bit more information, a marketing toolkit, everything you need to run an event, and most importantly, we'll add your list to all of the events taking place before the Olympics finish this summer.
There's just a black-headed gull up there. Have you got that on your list?
Not yet. We've got a lot more work to do.
I think you do. So it's not just here on the Olympic Park where great work for wildlife is being carried out. Across the UK, you can help the Meet the Species team find their 2012 species and be part of the most enormous wildlife survey. To find out more information, go to www.meetthespecies.org.uk.